Welcome back everyone. Thanks for joining again. Today what we're going to do is we're going to do something really simple. We're going to create, I've set up lessons where we've created usernames and groups and organizational units. I'm going to do that again really quickly in the server. And then we're going to log in to an actual machine. And I'll show you how to log in with that one. So let's jump over straight to the server. So again, I've done this in previous videos, but you know what? It's good repetition, you know. They say practice makes perfect, but perfect practice makes perfect. So let's jump into users and computers. I'm going to create an organizational unit. I'm going to call it sales. Okay. In sales, I'm going to create a new user. Okay. So I'm going to call it Luke Skywalker, my favorite Star Wars character. Luke Skywalker. Next, I'm going to, for now, I'm just going to leave these as default. I'll give it the default password. Next that, good. Go back into that. We should be good to go here. All right, should be okay for now. We're going to do a lot more of this stuff in other episodes, but we're just going to okay that for now. I'm going to create, now with computers, what we might do, in fact, is in the sales team, I'm going to set up a new computer. I'm going to call it, I'll call it client 1. We'll do that, okay. We'll put in the same organizational unit. The reason why I'll do this is, if I don't, I can still, you know what, we'll actually do that. We'll show you what happens in client 2. Client 2 will not be part of an organizational unit. It will be sent by default into the computer's container. All right, let's right click that. We're going to create a new organizational unit. And we're going to call it management. And I will create a user in here. Now these will be standard users, not administrational. They won't be able to do anything spectacular, but we'll call it Darth Vader. You can see there's a theme here. By doing this way, I don't offend anyone. I hope. We'll hit that. All right, we'll go back into there. Is everything okay? Am I happy with everything? Should be good. Should be okay. Great. So sales, I've pre-configured. So the client, the computer's not there yet, but it will be very shortly. Okay. So when I log on to client 1, let's do that now actually. Client 1, still got some of the last lessons up and running, but where are we? Where is it? Can't find it now. It's like looking for a maze. Ah, there we go, found it. We'll jump out of that. So we got our IP addresses from the previous episode. That's great. Now, let's have a look at this. Now, we'll right click the Windows. We'll go into System. Now, on this virtual machine, I've got rename PC. It could be different on the machine that you have. And this is the newer version of it. And this is not what we want. Eventually I want to rename this computer, but this is not where we're going to find it in this edition of Windows 10. I need to go instead to rename this PC Advanced, and then it will come up to System Properties. All right, so then I click on Rename the computer to change its domain or workgroup. This is where the magic happens. Client 1. Now let's go back to the server really quickly. Okay, Did you notice what that says there? What does that say there? Client 1. If we go back to the client 1. Okay, so what's the domain name? The domain is harry.com. So I'm naming the computer, and I'm saying that it's a member of harry.com domain. It'll okay that, and it's going to go out and find it. This is the administrator puts the administrator's password in here. Administrator. I might just for fun do Harry administrator just in case. Put my password in, and welcome to the harry.com net domain. Okay, we must restart. That's normal. Close that. We'll restart. Restart now, and that should be okay. Now let's go back to the server while this is restarting. It's not. We'll refresh that just in case. You'll notice it's not in the computer's container. I've already done it in sales, and that's it there. Okay, so that's good step so far. All right, let's wait. We're going to wait because we want to log in as Luke Skywalker into this machine. Go back to the actual client 1. And we'll log in. Alt Control Delete, Harry's workstation. Now, if I log in here, I'm logging in locally. I need to go to other user, sign into the Harry network, but just in case, if you're ever worried, do Harry / backslash. What is it? I always get mixed up. I'm pretty sure it's backslash. And I'm going to sign in as I forgot actually. Terrible memory. L.Skywalker. L.Skywalker. Okay. Let's do that. So L.Skywalker. Remember, I'm doing this live and raw. No, I'm not going to edit it. I'm going to make heaps and heaps of mistakes, which I call learning moments. There we go. So we've logged on. So we're logging on as Luke Skywalker onto the domain on a computer that I've already pre-configured and put in an organizational unit already. How easy is that? It's really easy. So let that simmer, and we're going to go into client 2. Now remember, with client 2, we'll go back to server quickly. With client 2, I have not pre-configured this yet. It will come into the computer section. Okay, just refresh that. Yep, that's good. So let's jump back to client 2. I'm going to do the same thing. Right click, system. There's different ways to get to this area, but this is my favorite way. We'll go to change. We're going to call it client 2. The domain is harry.com. We'll enter that. And same again. Let's see what happens if we only put administrator in here. Remember, it's not really case sensitive. Administrator. Remember, I put Harry backward slash. You know what? I love making mistakes. Making mistakes is a way to. If you're going to make your mistakes, make them in a lab environment. Better to do it there. It looks like it worked. I didn't need to put Harry backward slash. But it worked both ways. And again, we need to restart. I'm going to close. I'm going to restart. Let it do its thing. We'll jump back to the server. And it's not there. Why is it not there? If I refresh, there we go. Client 2 is there. Remember, where was client 1? Already pre-configured. So whenever you create a computer and it's we're not expecting it to log on, or we haven't put it in an organizational unit yet, it will go into the computer's container. All I have to do, if I want to do, is drag this over to the management team if I wanted to. If I want that to happen. so that it can become part of that organizational unit. Depends. I might have a computer organization. The way that the organization is set up, OUs and groups and users, is going to be different, and you will need a sort of like in the management team will have documentation on how to do that. They'll make a decision on how this structure should be organized. But let's jump back to client 2. Again, I'm going to try dvada. I'm not going to put Harry backward slash on this one. Again, I don't mind making a mistake in a lab environment if it is a mistake. It's just good to experiment. You might be doing this like millions of years and you want to try something new, go for it. But make sure it's in a lab environment. So it looks like I didn't need to put the backward slash. I just put the username and away we go. So that will do its thing. It'll percolate or simmer or it'll bake. You can use any saying or cliche you like. We'll jump back to client 1, see how client 1 is doing. Looks like client 1 is cooked and ready to go. So that's logging on to a network. So that's client. Well, I should have put client 1 up there. But if I right click and I go to system there, it will show us client 1. Full device name client1.harry.com. Very quickly, let's go back to, I'm just going to have a quick look at DNS server. I just want to see these DNS server. I want DNS to be able to recognize that these computers are there. I know what the answer is already, but you know what? Doesn't hurt, does it? There you go. Client 1, client 2 is auto-magically, there's my favorite word, auto-magically assigned, as is server DC. Alright guys, so that's it. That is really simple. It's really basic and easy. I'll see you guys later for our next lesson. Have a great weekend or day or night or morning, whatever it is over your way. And if any questions, in the comment section or email or contact me directly, SMS or phone, I'll be able to help you with anything. So yeah, guys, have a great day, and we'll catch you guys later. Take care.